Hey everyone, this is Shaheen, and I'm going to be doing the intuitive forecast for the week of June 6th. And I just want to say, I hope everyone is having a wonderful month so far, and I hope everyone has had a wonderful holiday. I feel like there is so much change happening in the air, so I hope all of you are feeling the good benefits of that. It's really been heavy in a cosmic sense. I personally have felt it, and I know a lot of my clients and friends and people around me have felt it too. So I have so much compassion and empathy for all of you who are feeling kind of off kilter and heavy and just trying to get yourself back in order and back in balance. I have personally been doing the same thing and just trying to cultivate more time and space for meditation and just really reflecting on what is happening inside and allowing myself to release and purge and let go of things that are no longer serving me. I actually just got back from an amazing morning walk just as a way to unwind and decompress and get my thoughts in a really good place for the remainder of the day to just set that intention. And as you can see, I'm a little dewy. So kind of think about that as we're moving into the week. Just as a whole, just think about creating space for yourself where you can just unwind and detangle your thoughts and set a powerful intention. But remember that the important part of setting an intention is putting action behind it. So you want to set that beautiful intention, plant that seed, and then make sure you're cultivating space in your life for that to take root. And that is really going to help combat any of these negative feelings you might be having or any of the blocks you might be feeling. And as I said, it's really a overarching theme for everyone. I think it's a big cosmic sort of energy. So just be kind to yourself right now in dealing with that. I want to share with you the message that we have for this week and talk about what energy is coming through, what spirit is putting out there for us, and look at how we can use that to our benefit and how we can move into the flow of things with ease. So the first card that we have is the Knight of Wands. And he is charging into action. And he's wielding creative force. And to me, this card is about beginning the week with that intention, but not just with an intention of peace or of cultivating good energy, but with an intention of being creative and being expressive. When I look at this, a lot of times when I see the wands, I think of paintbrushes or pens or tools. And so I always feel like this is talking about wielding whatever creative force you have, whatever inspiration you have, whatever untapped potential is bubbling up inside of you, holding that, taking it, and then moving forward with it. So set an intention for yourself at the start of this week that you're going to do at least one thing that is creative, that is spontaneous, and that really opens you up to the pathways of your artistic, and I mean that in the broad sense, your artistic expression that's going to feed your spirit. So that could be drawing, that could be painting, that could be cooking, that could be doing yoga, it could be playing with your clothing and how you're styling yourself. It could be playing with music or singing or listening to a new radio show. Whatever is going to help you tap into a new flow, into a new groove, that is going to be part of you expressing yourself. Another way this can come up, and this can out picture in your life is speaking truth. So remember that. There might be something that you need to speak up about. There might be something that you need to express your truth about. The second card that we have, which is really another beautiful energy, and there is kind of this theme of fiery energies, of alive energies. We have the sun. So the sun is coming out, the sun is shining, and there is this vibrant, radiant solar energy that is entering into our lives. And it's empowering us and giving us vitality and strength and helping us to bloom and grow and really live in the spirit. And the thing that I love about the sun is that he often comes into our lives, into the story, when there's a healing that's taking place, a deep healing. And this can be on all levels, but this is a beautiful healing energy. And it talks about not only this radiance, but enlightenment. So the mind is opening, the thoughts are opening, the spirit is opening. There's now illumination entering in those dark spots and helping us to grow lighter and brighter and more vibrant. So the third card that we have, again, is a fiery card, and it is the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands is asking us to step back for a moment from our creativity, from our goals and our intentions. The things that you are setting into motion with the Knight, which are these beautiful active forces, now you want to step back from them and look at them and review them and ask yourself, okay, I'm doing this, I'm pursuing it, and my intention was that I wanted to understand this or express this or really feel this. Now that I've begun that process, how do I feel? So the Page of Wands is asking you to continuously check in with yourself and go deeper and say, how does this make me feel now? What am I getting from it now? Is it benefiting me now? And am I honoring my highest good now? Because oftentimes we set out on a task, we plant a seed of intention, we have a goal, we have a dream, we're in pursuit of something. And whatever it is that we're in pursuit of, we get down the road and we get into the thick of it. And sometimes we forget either why we set the intention, or we forget that we need to feel good about the intention. And so it's a great practice to continue to ask yourself, does this feel good to me? Is it feeding my spirit? And why am I doing it? Because just because you've started a project, or just because you set an intention, or just because you've put energy into something because it felt right at the moment, doesn't mean that you have to continue to support that. You're allowed to change your mind. You're allowed to change paths. You're allowed to shift gears. If you stay on the same path always just because you started down that path, it's going to lead you into really precarious places that zap your energy, bind up all of your potential, and just make you feel completely out of sync with your spirit and your intuition and your creative expression. I believe that any path you're on in the journey, the path itself, the experience itself, is the most important part. Because the end of the journey is only going to feel important, it's only going to feel meaningful if you understand what you've gathered along the way. And in that gathering process, in that experience, going down that path, you begin to have new insights, new epiphanies, new bits of information, new illuminations from the sun that help you understand and clarify what direction might really be in your highest good. And sometimes just setting the foot, that first foot on the path, is the only part of that experience you need. And then it's time to move on to another one. So it's really about fluid living. Another thing that I wanted to express, it just came to me while I was on my morning walk, is a couple of ideas, and I'm just going to throw them out there and maybe we can discuss them later. But one is honoring yourself in everything that you're doing. It can be a really difficult thing, but if you can honor yourself in everything that you're doing, you continue to connect not to the outward expression of your intention, but the inward. You continue to connect to your spirit, and using that beautiful question I love to ask, does this feed my spirit or does it deplete it? Another thing that I wanted to throw out there is not giving in to shame. I feel like we do this so often where we shame ourselves into submission. Either we shame ourselves into eating better, or we shame ourselves into exercising, or we shame ourselves into saving money, or we shame ourselves into cultivating a partnership, or we shame ourselves into staying in a career path that we don't love. We shame ourselves into talking to someone that we just really don't have the energy to talk to at that point in time. So rather than shaming yourself into something, honor yourself and say, I don't want to do this right now because, and really be adamant about that. And if you feel that sense of shame and you feel compelled to do something that isn't honoring yourself, go deeper into it and find why. I love to always ask why and to remain curious. Another thing that I wanted to put out there is this idea of trust and support. And a lot of times we are looking for these external expressions of trust and support. We're looking for proof outside of ourselves that we can trust people, we can trust the universe, we can trust the government, we can trust whatever it might be, and that it will support us. But if you want that trust and support out of anything in your life, anything outside of yourself, you must first trust and support you. That foundation has to be there. You have to understand trust and support to receive trust and support. And that can be a really hard practice, but it can be as simple as saying, I trust that by not doing this thing or interacting with this person or participating in this thought or idea, I trust that if I do not do those things, I am honoring myself and it will be okay because I will be supported by my own intention, by my own intuition and my own inner wisdom. So I want you to take those thoughts, those power thoughts, and use them as affirmations and guiding principles, and use them in whatever way feels good to your spirit. Okay, that is the intuitive forecast for the week. I hope it finds you well, and I hope it gives you some beautiful insight to begin your week with. And I hope that you're taking care of yourself. And if you would like to speak with me privately for an intuitive guidance session or for an energy clearing, please contact me and we can work out what it is that you want to work on and how we can schedule that. So you can visit me at ShaheenMiroInsights.com and you can contact me through the contact form. Until next time, take care of yourself.